Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Yuswell. Welcome back to the world of Graveyard Keeper. We've got 6 days until the local pyromaniac shows up, 3 days until the bishop shows, so in the meantime I've got a few days in which to do a few things. Namely, 1, finish fixing the churchyard so that the bishop will let us open the church and hopefully start making money, and 2nd, continue to gain control of the means of production, comrades. In this case, I think it's going to mean getting the materials to build a furnace so I can smelt some iron ore. And what do I need? I need simple iron parts and a flitch. Well, the flitch is the easy bit. It's the simple iron parts that are going to be tricky because I am going to have to buy those from that exploitative capitalist down at the blacksmith. Right, to do that, well, I need money. And to do that, I need a workable graveyard. So, let's make some gravestones, again. Finish all the upgrades. Also get the research done so I can get the wooden bits of the grave up to snuff as well. That'll be a bit more quality to have. In fact, you know what? What do I need for a... I have actually filled my inventory. Okay, what do I need for wooden repair? Also, I can extract important parts, brains, hearts, and intestines. Because reasons. Okay. Smithing. That's not it. Okay, I need 20 tech research and 10 nature research. Well, the tech research is easy enough, just keep making gravestones. The nature research might be a bit harder. Okay, fine. One problem at a time, comrades. One problem at a time. The revolution cannot necessarily be done all at once. It must happen in stages. And in this case, the stage is going to be removing these demolished headstones and replacing them with brand spanking new stone ones. At least that should do the trick. So we'll pull this out. Remove it. Yank, 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 yank. There we go. And then replace with a standard gravestone. Plant the grave. Okay, that's got quality -2. Rinse and repeat here. Sorted. Plant stone grave. Done. We are up to quality 0. Hopefully the bishop will not be too annoyed. Just pull this one. And replace once again. Yoink. And last but not least, we'll yank you. And I'm out of energy. Fine. So drop that. Destroy that. And... yep, destroy all 3 wrecked wooden gravestones. They are no longer in a condition to serve. Do I have any bread? No, I don't. Right. Okay. Also have any energy with which to make dough. So, back once again to our workers' hut after a day of honest toil in thrall to the capitalist overseers. Their exploitation will not last much longer. Oh no. Brief spell of sleep. Recover my energy for another day of, well, either honest labour or, you know, exploitation. Depends which way you want to look at it. Okay. No, wait, it is purely exploitation. I must not fall victim to a false consciousness that insists that backbreaking toil for another is somehow virtuous. That is how the upper classes keep the lower classes in subjugation. They do not need to make chains if they can make the proletariat forge their own. So, drop that in. There we go, quality 4. Right, I think I need another body. Happily, I think I have another body stashed in the morgue, but we'll pop in the gravesite. Yink. Dig that up. Okay, one hole. Go and get a body. And then... It's gone a bit icky. Well, we'll quickly autopsy this out. There we go. And now we'll go bury this before it gets any ickier. Or before it tries to walk off, because this is a fantasy medieval world after all. It's entirely possible that if the dead don't get their due, they decide to come and collect. Anyhow. Bury grave. Get token with which I may exchange for capitalist goods. There we go, back up to quality 4. In fact, all that did was balance things out. I could upgrade... What's the quality on this one? Quality... I can snatch my last quality point by replacing the headstone here. So, first things first, I will need to go and get another headstone. And then I need to go down to the village and once more render tribute unto the capitalist exploiters in order to get the parts I need, and with their greed they will supply the fuel of the revolution, comrades. We will seize the means of production and totally not start exploiting the donkey ourselves. Speaking of which, she ought to be along fairly shortly, given that I just emptied the morgue. Alright, take a right. In fact, I think it might be Pyro Day. Okay, well, let's finish up here first. Pull this wooden gravestone. Dump. And then insert stone. And yay! Quality 5! The bishop will be happy. Of course, this is just yet more indentured servitude. Is he actually going to pay? Who knows? Why am I even considering that? Why would I even be considering that? Under a socialist system, would there be any need for pay? That is a good question. Should I not be doing what I am doing for the good of the dead in the community, rather than the, oh, hello, comrade, rather than the mere monetary gain of it? Am I in fact backsliding into capitalism myself? That is a problem. Should I denounce myself to the Inquisitor? Speaking of the Inquisitor, I think I just went right past the turn. Oh well, go speak to the tavern and go and get myself another... another bit of shiny metal token. And yep, that's the donkey dropping it off. Right. Okay, simple parts. Simple yet overpriced parts. Comrade Blacksmith, should you not be donating your parts generously to the community in order to ensure that the graveyard is kept fully operational and running, and that we have control of the means of production from the town? No, apparently not. Okay. Well, I can get 2 parts. Fine. 2 parts it is. Okay, well, there's another body I can bury, I suppose. Time to head back once again. Should have just enough time to check on the Inquisitor. Get out of my way, enforcer of the ruling class. Alright, back to the graveyard. And time once more to check if the Inquisitor is actually there. I might get there just before midnight. Hello again, comrade. Your devotion to duty is noted. The Inquisitor. Okay, right. Apparently I need to get him during the daytime. Yeah. It is still Man's Day. Yes. His devotion to duty is lacking and has been noted. Mind you, I should also return home and gather my strength for another day of honest labour in the service of the people. Alright. So, toddle up here. Into my humble worker's home, and thence to my humble worker's rest. Right. Okay. Jobs to do. Well, I have a body. I also have a gravestone to dispose of, along with that one as well. Okay, so my next concern, I think making some more food would be a good idea. I have water, I have dough, well I have flour. I can turn flour into dough, and we should be good for everything else. I still need to find out what that green jelly is for. But we'll also convert this meat. Control of proper nutrition, of course, is another mechanism by which the aristocracy maintains their domination and their boot heels upon the throats of the proletariat. However, again, we can subvert this by hard work and the careful use of an oven. So, that's cooking. Leave it to its own devices for a bit. And then check what else I need for the furnace. I need some fletches. Okay, those are easily built. Not a lot else that I have an immediate use for. Really do need that furnace. So build some fletches. Flitches, rather. Fletches are something completely different. Fletching is actually the feathering on the back of an arrow that keeps it flying straight into the hearts of the capitalist exploiters when the revolution comes. Possibly because they have kept the bullets for themselves. Right, 31 tech research, 9 nature research. Okay, I need 1 more nature research for wood processing. So let's go cut down a tree. Comrade Tree, your sacrifice will be remembered for the greater glory of the graveyard. There we go. Right, grab this. Get the wood down there as well. And that should be enough material and enough research that I can now grab myself some wood processing. Excellent. And I can also build a workbench for wood. Handy. Okay, what do I need for that? Workbench for wood. I can do that immediately. Do need to do sublime parts for it, however. Okay, well, let's put it in. If nothing else, it will come in handy later on. And it is another thing that I do not need to trade for, and therefore do not need to be exploited for by the greedy, greedy commerce. Okay, wooden grey fences. I can make those now. That will get me some more options. However, I need planks. Okay. And more tech research. How many do I need? 2 per. Fair enough. Pop this in. Done. And then a wooden grey fence. Yay! Let's go get that in and get a slightly better quality graveyard for the people. I also need to check what I need to build the repair kits. Something that would be nice to have here is a recipe book, just so I have a way of checking what I need when I'm away from a crafting station. However, that is a minor detail. Just quickly slip this in. There you are, comrade. Your grave plot is properly marked, and interestingly it did... Okay, interesting. And critically, it is now properly delineated, so the aristocracy may not take it from you later on. I may have to, it depends on what I need to do to build better graves later, but we'll see. Anyhow, 1 quality 5 graveyard. The bishop is turning up tomorrow. The capitalist will doubtless be impressed, but as much as I would love to line him up against the wall, sadly, some things must wait until there is proper conditions for revolution. And here comes Sunday, effectively. So, bread is cooked. The handy auto-ejecting oven does its duty as any good servant of the people should, and indeed it is an excellent example, performing its duties reliably and without supervision. Now, Bishop. Good morning, you useless sack of exploitation. What do you have for me? I have fixed the graveyard. Yes, you are absolutely right about me, comrade. And I am official keeper of this holy place and prior of this church. Ah, I am part of the clergy, and this is unfortunate. That means, therefore, that I am responsible for administering the opium of the masses. Just stand at the pulpit and speak the words. What words? Ah, right. Well, that's handy. This is not exactly an organised religion, is it? In fact, it's largely a disorganised one. First makes the decorations. Yeah, really? Is that decadence I hear from you, Bishop? Faith is indeed power. Your flock will produce more faith, and I am now a preacher. So, start praying. Oh, great comrades. Oi, pay attention. Yes, I'm sure they are. You should really prepare for your next ceremony. The priest spoke of some books with proper words in the church library, and there's some wisdom. A man of science. Really, Bishop? You admire the peasantry and the proletariat in ignorance and superstition? This cannot possibly be permitted. Well, maybe they will. And I must now perform a weekly ceremony on Sunday. Oh, terrific. And also the bishop has a job. Okay, well I can go talk to the bishop later on. Faith. Faith apparently comes in the shape of little orange orbs. However, it's worth noting, of course, that because I do now have access to faith, I should be able to go speak to the actress once I have enough of it, demonstrate that I am worth talking to. And she comes on Women's Day. Right, let's drop the water. I can easily get some more of that from the well. And then just hoover up all the faith. And also go clean some inventory space. Anything in the collection box? No. Well, at least it's some more money. Where's the bishop gone? Are you telling me that lazy slug-about has deserted his post? Also, body. Well, I don't need any meat at the moment, so we're just going to quickly bury this before it starts stinking the place up. Drop that. Build a gravesite. Dig grave. There we go. Bury comrade. Farewell, comrade. You will be missed. And also, go and just drop some stuff in here before it causes any more trouble. Let's stash the opium in here, along with some piece of stone. Yeah, let's stash some of the stone here as well. Oh, all the stone, in fact. Right. In fact, I should really go and get some stone. Just 10. Purely because I need to make a headstone for this guy. Right, what have we got here? From Head of Royal Treasury Department. We are happy to congratulate you on the reopening of the church and the graveyard. Also, we are pleased to inform you that using lands to become subject of royal law. All on-ground structures remain property of the Holy Church. All surface land and buildings that sit no deeper belong to the... the arch parasites are making themselves known. Through this mailbox, you may now access your taxes? Taxes? Taxes. These parasites, these aristocrats think they can claim taxes. The doctors will be bringing another body as well. That's actually problematic. Right, let's make a couple of gravestones and generally get stuff done. one. There we go, and also I can do a wooden cross now. Adds 1 quality to the grave. Wood repair kits require nails again. Well, those aren't getting used for a while. And I also need the furnace, of course. I suppose I could just buy a iron ingot, but no. I will liberate the means of production from the hands of the exploiters. Just might take a while. Okay, what else to do? Oh yes, clear some inventory. Drop that gravestone off, clear some space and go and take a look at the library. Knowledge is power after all, and we must lead an age of scientific enlightenment, free from the shackles of religion and superstition. The irony that the religion and the superstition is paying my bills is, yeah, amusing. But this system will eventually collapse under its own contradictions, and with it, we shall be free, and have a higher quality graveyard. Right, what have we got in here? Library should be downstairs. Ah, right, one library, and also one nefarious character. Maybe he is unfairly maligned by the authorities seeking to maintain their power, and maybe he isn't. So we have some bookcases that I can chop down, and also study. So, science. It seems that I can indeed study many things for science and get some research from them. However, I do require both faith and science in order to do that study, so I suppose I need to work out how to generate science. Possibly by smashing up a bookcase. Aha, right, a couple of flitches. Well, that's always useful. Are there any actual books in this library? This is something I need to know. Aha! A masterpiece book. Right. What do these do, and how do I use them? I am not actually sure. I will need to go and check this. Certainly the masterpiece book is not studyable, which implies it's a tool or utility item of some description. Well, let's clear out the rest of this old junk and see if there's anything else to be had. Oh, a couple more flitches. Well, wood's always useful. Ah, this is the alchemy laboratory, not the library as such. And I'm out of energy, so that demolition job will have to wait. The question is, where's the library? Don't see anything else. At all. This is most curious. Also, I have wasted most of the night trying to find this place, so... Trunk, study table... Library? There's the mortuary, there's the connecting passage, and this has books in it, so you'd think this would be the library. A mystery I must solve next time, but for the moment, the secrets of science will remain temporarily out of my reach. However, I have other things to do. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, farewell. The revolution will be televised.